Hello everyone, welcome to the discussion of chapter number 5, When People Rebel. In this chapter, we are going to learn about how and why the first mutiny occurred in British India, what were the outcomes of it, and how does it affect the British Raj or the British rule in our country. The objective of this chapter: look at the changes in colonial rule after 1857. This is something which we are going to elaborately discuss in this video. Understanding how revolts originate, spread, and to see how the vernacular language and the British accounts be read and understood in the rebellion. Nawab lose their power. Since the mid-18th century, Nawabs and Rajas had gradually lost their power and authority. The company and British government reduced their freedom, disbanded their armed forces, and took away their tax revenue and territories. This is something we have slightly discussed in chapter number 3, Ruling Countryside, in which we got to know about how the people or the planters from the from Britain were coming to our country, and they were making here the agricultural land getting used for the growth of the indigo and all. Also, now they have disbanded these Nawab and the landlords, or we can say Zamindar as well. They are of their part. They have stripped down their authority and accessed all the dominion over the region. Many ruling families, such as Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi, tried to negotiate with the company to protect their interests, but they were mostly defeated and murdered. The company took several measures to formally bring the end to the Mughal dynasty. The name of the Mughal king was removed from the coins minted by the company. In 1849, it was announced that after the death of Bahadur Shah Zafar, the family of the king would be shifted out of the Red Fort, the official residence of Mughal Emperor of India, and given another place in Delhi to reside in. All these things were happening to show that no longer the Mughal dynastic ruler is in the power. The real power over the subcontinent is British power. That is why they did all of this to demonstrate that who is the authority over here. In 1856, that is just 1 year before the revolt, or I can say the mutiny, Governor General Canning decided that Bahadur Shah Zafar would be the last Mughal king, and after his death, his descendant will be called princes, not the kings. This is something which was a huge blow to the reputation of the Mughal Empire, and it was something we can say was marked as a full stop or the decline of the Mughal dynasty here. The peasants and sepoy. So far, we have discussed about Nawabs, the landlords, and the Mughal dynasty ruler, to be specific, Bahadur Shah Zafar, in which we have already discussed how their power was being stripped off by the British rule, or I can say the East India Company. Now, we are going to understand about the situation the peasants and the sepoy were going through. Peasants in Zamindar resented the company's high taxes and the rigid methods of revenue collection. As you have already discussed, the permanent settlement, Mahalwadi settlement, and Malwadi settlement and Rayatwadi settlement in the previous chapter. So these all methods were strongly resented by these people. Indian sepoys, on the other hand, in the company's army were unhappy about their pay and allowances, and also the condition in which they were working. In 1856, the company passed a new law which stated that every new person who took up employment in company's army had to agree to serve overseas if required. Such policies violated the religious and traditional sentiment of the sepoys. This is because in earlier times, the people have the superstition that going overseas might result into death, and the person who is going overseas might never return. That is something which was affecting their sentiments, and passing this law was very hard on these sepoys. We will further discuss about the condition of sepoy and the peasant in the next video. Meanwhile, I really want you all to go through the chapter once and watch this video again to have a better understanding.